Hmm. What's good, everybody? Well, I actually got one person up in here right now. But hey, what's good? Whoever that one person is. Hmm. Try to give it a little bit of time to get other people in here. Give it like another minute or so. Yeah, you all good, bro. Appreciate you, like always. What's good, Steve? What the hell this is? Hey, 30 more seconds and I'ma just start it. All right, let's go ahead and get started. As y'all see, I got 4 hot topics for us. First one, your boy, King Forehead, Gotti, also known as to your boy Dog, Ho Gotti. It seems like he could potentially be facing federal time because after the after this past trial date, the people that were allegedly behind the fatal shooting of young Dolph basically um, pointed the fingers that it was CMG, well, Big Jook, and the CMG record label company that allegedly ordered the hits. So of course, if he's involved, then that could tie Gotti in. If they could some kind of way, link it to him, then his whole kingdom can fall. So a lot of people, are on the lookout to see will eventually there be a warrant issued for his arrest. So that's one of them. Also, we got, I just noticed that my top is here is wrong in there. Boy, I was sleepy as hell last night. I tell you when I made this. Anyways, got it still here. These are actually the remainder of these 4 topics. You got Klay and Megan Thee Stallion. So I just thought this was pretty funny. Megan basically was saying how she made Klay Thompson some spaghetti and catfish, fried catfish, and apparently he never had it before. So she said she made it for him with some Hawaiian bread, and he loved it. Was basically asking for more and more. So we're gonna just touch a little bit on what they relationship tends to be looking like, and then of course after that you got Tory Lanez back in the news because his attorneys has basically, they're still pushing to push the new evidence, plus they're telling the judge that basically it was a misuse of evidence that the defense, the prosecutors used. So basically they misused certain evidence that shouldn't have been applied, that ultimately led to the indictment of Tory Lanez. So we're going to cover that. And lastly, this one's kind of funny, but at the same time, it could be some validity to this. So basically, there's this guy that was trending. And he's talking about that the elites, including your 45th and 47th president, Donald Trump, they are all AI, basically AI robot, alien-like figures that are being controlled, that are controlling this. They're not actually human anymore. All of them are like AI people at this point, and they're trying to convert the rest of the world. So we're gonna touch on that as well. To me, that shit was really funny. Mr. Potato Head is innocent. Yeah, I agree 100%. But yeah, so that is our topics for today. Go ahead and start it off with the first one. Your boy, Gotti. So, as I was saying, Yo Gotti has been in the news because they are saying that the 2 shooters, Cornelius Smith and what's the other one name? Shit. The other nigga name. Either way, y'all know who the McLaren niggas are. Them, and then of course the ringleader that organized the plan. That was like the middleman who answered to Juke or whoever it was that's over it. Pretty much, they over there pointing fingers saying that it was CMG who organized the hit. So of course, I have a video that I will be sharing to show you guys what they are saying, and then of course I'll give my 2 cents on it, where I see it going. I don't know what's up with StreamYard. They won't let me play the videos directly from it anymore, so now I gotta do a screen share just to have it played. You can tell. But anyways, here we go.
Prosecutors say Hernandez-Govan was the coordinator, the one who brought together two killers, Justin Johnson and Cornelia Smith, when young Dolph was shot and killed in broad daylight at a Memphis cookie shop. It's alleged he then worked to help them clean up their mess, all with the idea he would get a cut of the $100,000 bounty on young Dolph.
When you hear all of the evidence, and when you hear all of the videos and look at all the photos and exhibits, you will see the consequences of Govan's actions. Violence, death, loss.
But Govan's attorney told the jury Cornelia Smith, who has been cooperative with prosecutors, isn't a credible source, that he's out to protect himself, painting Govan as the fall guy in this case.
People that are labeled as nobodies, I will not tolerate it. He needs to be thoughtful. He is your peer. We need to do this right. Mr. Govan, stand up. Hold your head in the back. Mr. Govan matters. You can't do this to people just for political gain because you got
This nigga right here. I guess it's smart on his behalf to try to go that angle. Basically, he's looking for some sympathy to try to get the people to feel sorry for this nigga. Saying, oh, he's a human being just like everybody else. So he should be treated like that for clout. Basically, he's trying to make it seem like they just looking for a fall guy. And he just so happened to be the guy who fell, the dominoes fell, the one they chose to. But let's be real. I don't think you gonna win. Hey, who knows? He might spin this.
just all the crime because somebody famous died. It's just wrong.
Smith, who is in custody, requested to not have his face shown in court. He testified Govan, who he said would frequently sell him pills, asked him if he wanted to make some extra money.
That's crazy, and I don't care what that attorney is talking about, trying to say he's not correct. Well, you know what? I take that back. I had to think about it. He might be able to spend this because the problem is the dude that they was talking about, Cornelius. He's a heavy drug user. You know, when somebody's a substance abuse user and they're known to be on drugs, a lot of those times when whatever they say will be kind of, they ain't credible because, they can just say, oh, he was under the influence. He did what he did, and he could possibly just not be thinking of it clearly of what happened that day, who allegedly, but that's crazy though. In my opinion, I don't think the nigga, mind messed up. I think he probably remembers exactly what went wrong, and it's crazy. He said dude was basically funding him on the drugs he was in, so he basically knew he had a that he could use to go up in there, and that's the reason why they felt like they didn't have to pay him too, because they were like, man, we got just get him to go do the job along with some other crazy YN. The rest of this.
There were bounties on several members of Young Dolph's record label PRE, but Young Dolph had the most at $100,000. He described a meeting at Govan's house with Big Jook from rival label CMG, who he says ultimately called for the hit, claiming Govan provided him a gun. Govan's attorney questioned Smith's timeline of events and his state of mind in the days following the murder, hours before he was arrested.
They talking about his state of mind. I knew it. I already knew it. That they were going to try to challenge his state of mind, because whenever you on some kind of substance, like that, any kind of drug, that's the first thing the attorneys are going to do. They don't give a damn. And it's kind of the easiest defense
arrested. And his state of mind in the days following the murder, hours before he was arrested.
Okay, something definitely got cut out. What happened right here? At the end, it's crazy. At the end, the guy, Hernandez, basically admitted that it was, CMG that was behind the hit. So it's crazy I didn't get to show that. Really, really crazy that happened. Hold on. Let me read some of these comments. Oh shit, DeMarcus, what's good, bro? I actually like Yo Gotti and dislike Dog because he tried to be a bully during all those history. If he would have stayed focused on his family and career, he would still be here. I don't know about that. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know about that one. Because being you know what I'm saying, directly from Memphis and being able to see some of those inside sources and what they had to say about it, I don't know about that. But I am currently in Memphis and stuff like that. I ain't gonna be putting all this stuff on there, so I know. Yeah, DeMarcus, we missed you last night, nigga. You was gone the whole day. We couldn't believe it. Yeah, but yeah, ties to Young Dolph murder persecutors and witnesses in the Young Dolph murder trial have last connection between Gotti record label collecting music and the killing. Yeah, I don't know why I can't think of his name at the time, but yeah, Justin Johnson. BMF thinking. You said somebody from Cornelius claimed that somebody from CMG paid for his legal fees? But anyways, though, the point is here, the bottom line to this is that two young guys has basically lost their lives, even though they're still here. They about to throw the book. Even though them niggas snitching, they might get some little time off, but now you also got to worry about, CMG's people that's gonna be after you. They ain't gonna just, sit still about it. They're gonna definitely, do something about you doing all that talking. They just can't protect you the way they may have fooled you to believe that they can. So it's gonna get real, real tough on you. It's crazy. As I look at some of my stuff now, they saying the police got paid out during the Dolph murder too. I ain't gonna lie. Memphis got some corrupt people here, as we all do. There be some corrupt people up in here. It's crazy. Including our bogus ass little mayor. Put his ass on his thing. Anyway, that's pretty much what I'm gonna cover as far as this thing with Yo Gotti. Do y'all think Yo Gotti might be having these people knocking at his door? Because it's looking pretty hot with them saying it. Nate Smith got his girlfriend snitching too. The whole gang. Justin Johnson, the only one who didn't vote and took the senator. Yeah, Justin ain't been saying that. I believe that's the one that's linked that went to school with my little cousin, if I'm not mistaken. But he still threw his life away. To be honest with you, he gonna get more time. I mean, I get it. At least you ain't gonna have, people after you. Yeah, that boy about to get the book down there. I can't dive too deep into what we talked about yesterday, but I mean, we had a good little live last night. And it just felt different without you being there. That's all. I seen the stuff with Stephen A. Smith's daughter coming on there. Who knows? Maybe I'll add her to the next show tomorrow. Now, I think she did. To answer your question, I think she did fairly well. She spoke well. She was funny. She looked like she might get some kind of career that could be starting up in television. I can see a future for it. All right, though. So the next topic, we got your boy Klay Thompson, and of course, as we know, for at least 2 months now, he's been dating rapper and artist Megan Thee Stallion. So this was more so just funny, and on top of that, we had more than 2 trolls. It probably was just the same people. Probably was the same people, just kept switching the count. But either way, it was a lot of them. Anyways, like I said, Klay Thompson, he's in he was in the shade room, of course, because apparently he has never had catfish, fried catfish and spaghetti, which is kind of crazy to me, but I got to think about everybody not from the South, so it's pretty popular where we from. It's where did Klay Thompson go? I don't really know. I know his dad is I think from the Bahamas. I don't know if he was raised. Now he wasn't raised in the Bahamas. He was raised in the States, so I don't know. It's kind of crazy he never had that. If Bronny James dated Stephen A. Smith's daughter, that would be insane. Could you imagine how, let's just say a wedding was to happen with that? What that wedding would be like? LeBron would be mad as hell. Stephen A. probably wouldn't be that mad because at least she's married to the family. Still, that'd be awkward. I thought Klay was from California. So, yeah, I mean, I guess, in California, it's not heavy like that. So, I guess it's possible. Anyways, I'm going to share the video where Megan was basically giving him the plate, his response to it, etc. But I thought that was kind of crazy. I also think a whole relationship is kind of crazy. Hey, who am I? Here we go. So pulling up the video at the moment. So like I said, StreamYard is giving your boy technical different.
Yeah, so Klay had never had spaghetti and catfish together before, and ever since the first time I made it for him, he asked me to do it every week. You can bring it. Yeah.
It is the best thing I've ever tasted. My favorite meal. Catfish, spaghetti, and Hawaiian rolls. It just goes down. Oh, chill. Oh, chill.
It was good, man.
It was amazing. I stand a chance. Oh, yes. My favorite meal. Who would have thought? Catfish spaghetti and some red sauce.
So that's the clip. I'm gonna give my 2 cents on this, man. I think this kind of crazy. Now, y'all can let me know what y'all think. Yeah, Bronny is into Caucasian women. That's no. Who knows? Maybe he'll switch it up one of these days. He is still young, but I think he's more so into a Caucasian women probably because all the schools he went to. That's the majority of what he sees. But anyway, my thing here is it just me, or do it seem like this is a staged relationship? I still think it. I'm sorry. I know a lot of women would be coming at me right now, swearing up and down. Why y'all always y'all hate to see a black woman happy? Ain't got nothing to do with that. That's me. I always want to see a black woman happy. I just don't think it. Like I say, I think with the heat that she is facing, they needed somebody to help polish her image. Klay Thompson was randomly selected because he has a good image. You know what I'm saying? He's an NBA player. He's of course, he's a Hall of Famer, star Hall of Famer caliber player. Like Klay, we can hook you up. You do this, you do this, we'll do that for you. Of course, she ain't bad looking. So, you get smashed on it for a little while, then eventually y'all make y'all break up, then boom, you go on your way, she go on hers. The masses forget all about the incident between her and Tory. That's what I still think. Hey, I could be wrong. You said don't eat everyone's spaghetti because people put gluten. That's true. Hey, you never know, DeMarcus. That may have been what happened that started it. Maybe she made that boy that spaghetti, and she put that little hot stuff in it. She I don't know. Do she got some kind of Caribbean or African roots? They be doing this. She may have put something up in there special up there to keep them under her control. I'm just playing allegedly. It's be joking. I'm trying to really letting niggas start coming. I'm just saying. I think Klay a trick and got some problem. He gonna propose. Watch. Damn. You think Klay tricking? I don't know, man. I think because I don't seen him with a couple of girls, and he don't did a lot of hitting quick. So you think Megan Stein, she just so happened to be that one that he just can't say. He gonna propose. Because now they already started spreading fake rumors saying that he proposed to her and bought a $5 million ring. The moment I saw that, I said, I don't get it. And I looked it up. Absolutely fake. So I don't know. I guess only time would tell. If they last longer than 6 to 8 months, I would be shocked. Because I think this started. I want to say this started in July. If I'm not mistaken. I think this started in July. So it started in July. Basically, they've been doing this for a month. I don't think it was young. So yeah, they've been together like a month. So I say back before this year out, probably. But for sure, no later than damn near Valentine's Day, or whatever. It's gonna be. Said Megan to believe in the voodoo like Erykah Badu. Man, you know what? You might be on to something like that. This is allegedly too. Now, I don't even really want to say what I'm about to say, because I know what comes with this. And Beehive smoke is different. But allegedly, they say Beyonce be into that too. Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion are close friends. So that would make sense. Like I said, this is all alleged. Leave it alone, Beehive. I'm just saying. Klay Thompson, reigns over Meg. Best thing I don't know, man. Yes. I just think me personally, I just think it's weird. I don't know, man. I just question if it's real. But Tory, we're gonna see if you turn out to be right. That that he basically just got sprung, and this thing is real. I'm not never against two people being happy. I just don't like the way she did Tory Lanez. And the worst part is that so many people that's going at him, even making up narratives, just saying all kinds of bullshit that just ain't true, just because you like him. Speaking of Tory Lanez, he is the next topic. So, Tory Lanez, people, basically his defense is coming up with new evidence, and they're basically taking a different approach at this thing. You ask me, this man should have never been arrested, period, because they didn't have any evidence that basically could have indicted him and stuff like that. Like, they making up shit. Like, if you look at the comments that's where I got this video that I'm about to get ready to share, it's people all up in it. Some people I didn't even know. A lot of them are striving artists and stuff, people that wants to get deep in the industry. He got indicted because he was on his third strike. He had a gun. That's what he arrested for. It wasn't for him shooting her anyway, so she didn't lie on him. She absolutely lied on him. That's a lie. He was not arrested because of that. He was arrested for the shooting. And on top of that, he was not on his third strike. He was not a felon. Them folks made up a whole story. And folks says, believe it. They don't care about research. Even though you got video evidence that's proven, and then you got certain ones, even Simps. It's Simps. I even seen white Simps up in there talking about you can't just shoot nobody. Like, man, we're supposed to be more logical than this, bro. It's video evidence that's proven that was not true. It's video evidence of the police body cam when they showed up on the scene. It says it showed Megan Thee Stallion. The officer asked her what happened here, and she said, "Oh, it was just black." Also, when she made it to the hospital, she also said it was black. Then all of a sudden, they spent it maybe like a week or two later saying that he shot it. Incredible. Anyway, we have another video. Go ahead and share that video of Tory's defense, basically indicating that I don't know what even it's really crazy, man. Tell you that, man. Yeah. I don't have to bear with me. I don't want that video done. They hiding from me. I don't want the truth to come out. If I can't find it, I'm just gonna have to tell you what was said for the best of my knowledge that I can remember off the top of my head. It's crazy. In this video, it has just disappeared. Similar to that video on Power Book 2. Power Book 2 Ghost, they don't get rid of them. They supposed to be, I tell you, they be wiping shit. I swear this video is gone. Rock Nation. So say now. You can report the shit on this. Nation, I don't got to me. Let me find out, man. And there you go. Yeah, tweak it. Anyways, sorry for the delay. We have it now. Yeah, I would have had it already attached, man. Screen y'all doing, y'all got y'all job. Get it, man. You're doing your job. Anyways, though, here we go. Here's the video. This is what the defense for Tory Lanez had to say about basically when he first went in, how the evidence that the prosecutors used was basically, misrepresented.
We also likely did not get fingerprint evidence on time. We did not get, and the fingerprint evidence actually showed that Mr. Peterson's fingerprints, were not found on that weapon. Currently, we are attempting at the Superior Court to have them run the serial number to identify the owner of the weapon, which was not done. And we are also attempting to retrieve either a recording or...
What the fuck? Bro, I swear they're cutting the videos for it too, bro. That's not the whole video.
We also likely did not get fingerprint evidence on time. We did not get, and the fingerprint evidence actually showed that Mr. Peterson's fingerprints, were not found on that weapon. Currently, we are attempting at the Superior Court to have them run the serial number to identify the owner of the weapon, which was not done. And we are also attempting to retrieve either a recording or...
Get these videos out short on me, man. That is crazy. Anyways, bro. Basically, as you can see, the defense is letting us know he basically wasn't given a fair trial. They rushed it. They didn't allow them to use certain evidence on their side. They misused evidence that they apparently had. They really did not. His fingerprints wasn't on the gun. He didn't have. See, this is the thing, the narrative that they spinning to the people. Because I know the evidence. I mean, the DNA situation was already out there. Because I remember hearing about that during the trial. But how they were still able to spin it and lie to me is to say Tory Lanez was a felon. So even if he didn't shoot, he still goes down for being on his third strike. And, he can't be around firearms. But the problem is that was also a lie. So they basically wrongfully, incriminating this guy, holding them hostage. The man gonna get stabbed in prison. His dad been fighting like crazy, trying to get him out. The dude got a child. So that tells you that it's something deeper than what we know. The reason they want this man in there. And DJ academics say that Klay Thompson and Megan Diamond Hey, I agree with that. I saw that while I was still on that segment, but yeah. That's what it is. And yeah, the markets are more at the too. The Cardi B situation. I told folks. I said that when I seen the Cardi B situation. That shit is not gonna last. All the Stephon Diggs situation, basically, dude is just taking advantage of you being vulnerable because you separated away from your husband. And dudes know that's the prime time to be able to get up in there and get out. That's what happened. And Klay Thompson right now, like I say, I agree with academics 100%. This is a PR. Folks can say whatever the hell they want. And then what it is that trying to wait till this situation here clears. Mark my word. I don't know how long this stuff is gonna really be going on. I'm gonna try to pay attention to it, but I guarantee you, once this disappears, and it's been gone for a little while, folks stop talking about it. It's not hot no more. You're gonna see the breakup of Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion. They're gonna make up some bullshit story. Oh, it was just mutual. They're gonna be saying some shit like this. Mark my words, nigga. Oh, it was a mutual understanding. You know, he just had way too much going on with his career. I got too much going on with my career. She gonna be the one to come out and talk. It ain't gonna be Klay. You know, Klay not a talking like that. So she gonna come out there. Yeah, you know, I had so much going on, but I still got love for him. He still got love for me. You know, we still friends. There ain't gonna be nothing toxic, right? There ain't gonna be no toxic breakup, no bad breakup. It's gonna be a mutual breakup. Let me know. I'm telling y'all gonna remember. What's the day? Today is August the 20th. That's one of my homeboys' birthdays, so I will remember this. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna be like, that ain't glad nigga said. It's gonna happen exactly the way I said it. I'm telling you. What's up to this? So basically, the one I was talking, we supposed to have been talking about the Tory Lanez situation, but also prior, I'll let you see the topics. Right before that, we was talking about how Klay Thompson and was supposed to try some catfish and spaghetti. Apparently, he never had it until he got with it. So, DJ Academics, a couple of other people, including myself, still believe this is a PR stunt. It does not look organic. It does not look real. Now, of course, a lot of people are going to say, oh, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. But I don't seen this shit too many times. I have said it when I said it, and I have always been right. I have never been wrong. I said the situation was going to last with Cardi B and Stephon Diggs. Right about that. Who else had a fake relationship? And I was like, yeah, this shit ain't real. I can't think of the top of my head right now, and I ain't trying to rig my brain, but I promise you, I don't seen this shit happen before. And what I was basically alluding to, that they're waiting on this trial thing between Tory Lanez and over. And then after that shit has passed over and everybody's not talking about it, you're going to see Megan Thee Stallion come out saying, oh, it was a mutual breakup. We both got a lot going on in our careers. They're going to use the career as the excuse, the reason why, you know, they're not able to make it. Klay Thompson is going to be doing what he's doing with the NBA, trying to finish strong with the NBA. I got my career going on. She's probably going to be releasing a new album talking about going on tour or something like that. That's going to be the mutual reason why they break up. She's going to be like, it's no heart, it's no bad blood. We just, you know, decide to go out separate. Watch. That shit don't happen. So basically, that's a follow-up. Which song is better? Cloud by Offset or Mask Off by Future? Ooh, that's a good one. I haven't thought about comparing the two. I think Mask Off is probably more. Cloud is nice too, though. I think I'm gonna have to go with Mask Off. Anyways, let's go ahead and go into our final segment, the last one. This one right here is a little great. So basically, it was this video that I saw that's kind of been going viral a little bit. Sort of. This guy that's talking about that a lot of our world leaders, including the orange man himself, Donald Trump, are aliens. But not just regular aliens of what you would think, you know, the type of alien that we seen in Alien versus Predator or Independence. These aliens are aliens that are AI. That's the reason why it's kind of crazy and ironic that AI has gotten so powerful out of nowhere, really. Perhaps AI really kind of hit us right or fast. Like 5 years ago, AI was nowhere near this strong. And anyway, he's alluding that a lot of our world leaders are AI people, and they're going to. I appreciate the super chat, Marcus. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go with Mask Off. I like both songs, me personally. But I think Mask Off was a little hot in Cloud. But I'll say Cloud is more relatable. I'll go with that. Cloud, it's absolutely true how niggas are doing things with Cloud. It ain't just niggas. These 304s will too. Stay relevant, especially ones that's in that celebrity field. But anyways, appreciate the super chat. I'm about to go ahead and get started and let y'all hear what this ugly-ass nigga had to say about world leaders and how a lot of them are aliens. Go ahead and play with this thing. All right, here we go.
So now the elites is giving people warnings about aliens coming here in November. But these aliens don't look like this. They are trying to say they look like this.
Also, let's go ahead. Let's point out he's saying in November. So let's try to remember that they're saying he's going to be here. They're going to be here in November. So let's pay attention in November this time. I'm definitely going to bring it up. November hit. Don't see. We start seeing some weird shit. When we remember what this guy said. Y'all remember. This ugly nigga reported that. Put it out there. So y'all aware of it.
Feet tall black aliens. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. First, I want to say the black carbon aliens control everything in the universe. These people are trying to distract you from the real truth. So when these aliens come, will it be real or will it be Project Blue Beam? I need people to understand we are living in different timelines. What if I told you the timeline we live in right now is really dead? They need other life forms to come back to save us. These so-called world leaders, they've been cloned by the great aliens. Remember, our timeline is not moving, therefore it's dead.
Well, basically what he's saying they've been cloned. So some of the real people of them were actually real. Clone them out. And, I'll go ahead and say this. I can see that being a possibility. And I do believe they're absolutely cloned. That unquestionable is going. So I mean I can rock with that. And have y'all seen these AI videos of them generating all these realistic looking images And some of the time, if you don't look closely and know how to identify all of the signs of, of possible AI, they can absolutely fool you. So if they can do that through video, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to create, humanoids that look absolutely like real people. I mean, it's just like the Terminator.
The great aliens are really artificial intelligence that live underground. They are not really aliens. They are robots. And they live underground bunkers. They've been working with these scientists for a long ass time because these great aliens or robots was once humans. So when you look at these life forms, you are looking at yourself in the future. They was once us. They sacrificed their spirituality for technology. When they did this, they lost their spirit. Now they're trying to get back their spiritual roots. And if you look at the world, you will notice the same shit is happening all over again. Look at the internet. The internet is really the hive mind where everyone talk the same, look the same, think the same, react the same, trending topics. Every world leader you see is a great alien or artificial intelligence. They try to give us this brainwashed ass stories about man coming from monkeys. No, we are becoming artificial intelligence, the great aliens.
So that is the video. That's what the guy had to say. Basically, all of these world leaders that we have as of now, they are clones and they are artificial intelligence. They are robots. So you think Trump is a clone? I think it's possible. I'll tell you one of them that I absolutely, no question about it, believe is a clone. And yeah, it's Joe Biden. But you know what's crazy? I don't have that to play right here. But I know I seen an actual video of Donald Trump himself saying that Joe Biden was a clone. That they said he passed away a long time ago. I actually seen this. I'm like, wow, that's crazy that Trump is talking about it. So, yeah, I believe. Absolutely. Now, do I believe everything that this fool has said in the video? I don't know. He said a lot. As far as human cloning, absolutely, I think. So, I don't want to get too religious or, spiritual or whatever you want to call it in this live. If you're familiar with the Bible, the Quran, and stuff like that, whatever it is you follow, the Bible, I'm a Bible guy. I was raised Christian. Although I don't necessarily identify as that still. In Revelation, it talks about, these mark of the beast and stuff like that. Ask me, that stuff was basically talking about people who some stuff. Because remember on the very first morning show that I did, I talked about how they were talking about memory chips, where they can basically control people's brains. So pretty much once they do that, you're pretty much an AI did. It said that your mark is supposed to be in your hand or toy. They kind of align. As Donald Trump won his election, we wouldn't have to worry about Donald Trump. Well, that's me. I think it happened perfectly the way it should have happened. I just think the world in general today has just absolutely been insane. And then the greatest part is how fast it's moving. One while we hear they saying that the earth is spinning faster. So that's the reason why it seems like time is moving. I don't know if it's just me, but it very much seems like to me that these years are flying by. Like some certain years, bro, I can't even. Certain years, I can't even remember them like that. Like, damn, I don't remember this year. I feel like it started COVID. You know what I'm saying? After 2020, everything just started moving differently and it started moving hella fast. You said Tupac and Biggie are clones. What do you mean by that? That's something. Got about a few more minutes before I put this in the so I can hear you out on this Tupac and Biggie situation. Well, it's getting dry, my people. I'm waiting on the answer for the big, small clone allegation. You know, the claim that you made. How is that? What did you hear from? That's something. But I do, yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. Speaking of the clone, I can't remember the guy's name. I know this guy just said he got into some kind of situation where the quote unquote elite were telling him the way he would get out of it. And you know, they say that these people be having these faces. I heard of this. Basically, when somebody put a mask up, make you look like a totally different person, and you look like somebody that you are already famous. Guys said that they were trying to get him to become Gucci. I think it's kind of funny, but I'm just telling you, I remember seeing it. You know, it was rumored that Gucci Mane was unalive in prison. He was in prison. And then, of course, later on, he got out. He got a skinnier version. Saying he sounds different, he raps a little different. Some of them even went so far to say that his tattoo on his face, the ice cream, is off. So, I don't know. You say everything that was going from, I never thought about it. So, I have no idea. This is my thing. You know what else is crazy? This we on this clone topic. What if you yourself is a clone? Because think about this. Let's say the real you. Do you remember that movie? It was a movie back in the day. Arnold Schwarzenegger. He basically he was a clone. He had a clone. And you know the clone in these Hollywood movies, they be making stories from real life events. Like it don't be just made up. But basically in the movie, you know, he had a clone and stuff like that. And I think the clone didn't know he was a clone. So what if they got rid of whoever the real person and the clone was put out there? The clone never knew it. He thinking he the actual person. Of course, your family members and stuff wouldn't know. See the Tupac and Biggie because God bring them up. Old information. I'm not sure what you think. I'm not following you. But anyway, any follow-up questions, stuff like that, at that hour mark and stuff like that. So I'm getting ready to close this thing out. Any follow-ups, it can be about any of the topics that anyone in here want to touch on it. Definitely believe in. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot all about that. It's crazy because that was kind of recent. That was like 2 years ago. Hey, it very much could be true. He passed away. And then, they put out the clone. So, what do you think the purpose of these folks making the clone? I mean, for one thing, I guess it could be profitable. Like, let's say somebody that's very high value to the world, making a whole lot of money. Then, you know what else is crazy? I just thought about this. Dang, bro, this phone fucking crazy. It was also put out there that Michael Jackson was a. They said, obviously, this is all alleged. Allegedly, Michael Jackson passed away in the 70s. I can't remember what they said took him. Some kind of sickness, whatever. But they said after, that happened, they cloned and put that out because Michael Jackson was way down to the world. How much money was making off. And then they started, it was video showing the differences between his facial expression and stuff like that. Started going through those, what they were saying, bleaching situations, and they were saying even his song, his style of singing. I remember saying that. And I can see it being a little off a tad bit. I don't know if I want to say he's a clone or not. He was. But yeah, this clone is absolutely crazy. AI in general, absolutely crazy. I seen a video not too long ago that looks like people with some kind of ride. I was like a full film about. When I first looked at it, I thought this was cool. Right to the water and stuff like that. Crazy. Think about it. They're looking at stuff that looks that real. All of us got a cell phone. All of us got, well, not all of us, a lot of us got some kind of electronic. So they're capturing our images, capturing our voices. And think about it. If you go against the power structure, they can have the power of generating false images. That's the reason why this AI is so dangerous. They can generate false images and basically indicate you to situations that you actually have no idea of. But you know how gullible the public is. So as of late, because we believe in it. And at this point in our lives, we should question it. Because everything is questionable. But yeah, it's getting very, very dangerous. It's going to be hard to know what's real, what's not. I'm probably for sure in the next 5 years. These clones make money. Yeah, that's the reason why they're doing it. They want to deal with the AI version of it because they're not going to be able to tell them no. They're not going to be able to resist going out there and make you. Appreciate that, DeMarcus. Yeah. So, pretty much, I think it's just mostly being you just actually interacting. So I'm about to get ready to go in and close. But big shout out to everybody that did stop through. I appreciate it. About to get ready to close this one out. But make sure to catch me tomorrow, same time. But until then, make sure y'all tune in to the after hours and we'll be streaming again tomorrow. I mean, later on tonight, same time, 11 Central Time, 9 Pacific, and 12 o'clock Eastern. So those of y'all that can make it, make sure y'all stop through for the after hours.